All right, everyone. So I went to Metro by T-Mobile today to pick up the Galaxy A17 5G. This is the United States variant. This is going at a deal right now. So if you open a new line at Metro by T-Mobile, you can get this device 100% free. This device is also available on Amazon and at bestbuy.com right now. I'll put a YouTube link on the top left side if you guys want to go ahead and pick this up. But it's currently going for only $169.99 unlocked. Crazy stuff right there. Very, very affordable price. And for that price tag, of course, we get 4 gigabytes of RAM inside of here. We get the Exynos 1330. We get a 5,000 milliamp battery inside of here, 25 watt charging. We also get Android 15 out of the box, 6 years of operating system updates, and of course, a beautiful Super AMOLED 90 hertz display with 800 nits brightness on this. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. This is for all of the Metro by T-Mobile people out there. I did already unbox the silver color of this device, but this is the new black variant of this, and I think I like this color a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this right now. The other thing about this device is this does actually have IP54 dust protected and water resistant. So it's resistant to water splashes. We're going to go ahead and take the phone out, put that to the side, and inside of the box we also have some more goodies inside of this thing right here. At the back of the box, of course, we have our SIM ejector tool. Other cool thing about this device a lot of people don't know is that we do have expandable storage inside of here. So you guys can go ahead and expand your storage via micro SD card. Beautiful to see that in here for $170 unlocked. Crazy stuff. Of course, we have our USB Type-C to Type-C data cable in here. And we have our quick start guide in English and Spanish, and of course our safety and warranty information. That is all we have in the box though. Let's go ahead and take this phone out of its packaging now. Also, with that $169 price tag, this device is now competing with the Moto G Play 2026 edition. So we'll, of course, do our comparison right there later on. Look at the back of this, though. This black looks nice. This is like a matte black back right here. Very nice looking back. Of course, right side of the phone, we get our volume up and down rocker. To the right of that, we get our power button that doubles as a fingerprint sensor. Top of the phone, we have our noise canceling mic. Left side of the phone, we have our SIM tray. And of course, bottom of the phone, we have our speaker, USB Type-C port, and another noise canceling mic. No headphone jack on this phone though. As far as our camera setup on this device, we have a main 50 megapixel wide angle camera, a secondary 5 megapixel ultra wide, and for our third camera, we have a 2 megapixel macro. Of course, this is capable of LED flash right there on the right side, and it's capable of recording at 1080p at 30 frames per second. For our front facing camera, we're going to have a 13 megapixel wide angle camera, and of course, capable of recording at 1080p at 30 frames per second. All right, everyone, so we booted up the Galaxy A17 5G right here, and honestly, upon booting this device up, it was very slow and very sluggish. I do not know what is going on with this device. It seems like it is working decently fine now, but the weird thing that I figured out actually upon booting this phone up and going into the memory section is that our RAM Plus is actually turned on by default. I don't think 4 gigabytes of RAM was the move, honestly. I think they should have put 6 gigabytes of RAM. Again, this is going to be a free device at a lot of different places, so I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world, but once that RAM Plus kicks in, the phone seems to be working fine now. I was having some glitches and stuff like that, like I would click on stuff and it would glitch out, but I think once the device is heated up and chilling out for a minute, it's good to go. The fingerprint sensor on this device is totally fine as well. The one that I reviewed like 4 months ago, the Galaxy A17, that device was actually, I believe, a 6 or 8 gigabyte of RAM variant. So yeah, that's the deal with that device. This 4 gigabyte of RAM one is fine though. I think it's going to be snappy enough from what I'm seeing so far, going through the UI and stuff like that. Just needs to kick in. Of course, we're going to have our Metro bloatware on here, so we're going to have Monopoly Go, we're going to have Word Trip and stuff like that, and of course, you guys can go ahead and uninstall that if you would like to. We have TikTok by default and add it up, and Amazon and Spotify and stuff. Some of these applications I do use, but if you guys don't really use those, you can actually go ahead and uninstall those. So that is an option for you out there. The funny thing though, right off the bat, is how nice this display is for $169. This is a really stellar display. We don't have a TFT display. We don't have a regular LCD display. We have a 90 hertz refresh rate AMOLED display on here, and the Super AMOLED display looks very nice. We have great viewing angles on here, and of course this is essentially what most people are going to be doing on here. They're going to be consuming media, consuming YouTube, consuming Netflix and social media and TV shows and stuff like that. So for that, this is going to be a great phone. Of course, if you guys are going to get into the hardcore gaming on this device, I don't think it is going to perform the best because we have an Exynos 1330, which is of course a budget processor, but we also have 4 gigabytes of RAM in the US version on this device. But, you know, going to the drop down bar menu right here, we got most of the stuff we need. Of course, we have auto rotate, airplane mode, quick share. We got mobile hotspot on here. We have NFC inside this device as well. We have our secured folder. We have modes and routines. And this seems to be running completely fine now after it boot up for a few minutes. So it's doing fine now. As far as our camera looks, we'll go ahead and take a photo out there for some of the people who haven't seen the camera on this device yet. Let's go ahead and check this out. Decently snappy right there. And we get some decent photos out of this. Very clear, very true to life colors in here. We'll go into more stuff on the full review of this because I haven't done the full review on this device yet because I did want to wait for the US version to come out with 4 gigs and not the 8 gigabyte one. I do want to go ahead and take a look at the speakers on this device though, and I want to take a look at the video and see how that looks. So let's do that right now. All right, everyone, so let's go ahead and take a look at these speakers. All right, everyone, so we have a mono speaker on here. We do not have stereo speakers, but overall, this sounds pretty decent. We do have some tin on here. Of course, that's not going to be a thing that's not going to exist in a $200 phone or a sub $200 phone, but you know, that tin isn't too bad. The great thing is that it is loud, though. It is very, very loud. So for that one speaker at the bottom of the phone, it's going to be loud. No speaker in the headset. Kind of sucks. Again, can't really ask for too much at a device that's $170 and of course free if you guys are getting this at Metro by T-Mobile for a deal. And of course, let's go ahead and take a look at this display. We got a 4K video right here, downscaled to 1080p 60 FPS or 30 FPS. So yeah, Super AMOLED display, 90 hertz refresh rate. It looks really good. Best display you're going to get out of a $200 phone, that's for sure. I don't think there's anything that is going to beat that. Really, really do like a lot about this device. Of course, we have Corning Gorilla Glass Victus on here as well, which is another upgrade to the Galaxy A17. We got 6 years of OS updates. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage. We have the Exynos 1330, which isn't the best processor in the world, but you know, for $170, this is a very solid phone. Also, if you guys are either looking to get this at Cricket Wireless, Boost Mobile, or Metro by T-Mobile, they are having a deal going on right now where you can get this device for free when you port in your number. Also, Best Buy is selling this for $169. I really don't think you can beat this device with the stick. I think that this is pretty solid overall. Even the camera on this device is pretty decent from what I've seen. Not going to have any issues for $169 on this. I did notice it was a little glitchy at first when I first boot this device up. It's not the end of the world though. Very, very nice device for $169 unlocked.